Good morning. I am Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Spend some time with you today, talking to you about you and your business on this Wednesday morning. Going to talk to my good friend Sam Coyl with a company called Intrepid.com. He's a regular contributor here on The Price of Business. Always love what you bring to the program. Before you start off telling us about your guests and introducing your guests, tell us more about the great work of Intrepid and how they can learn more online about you. Go right ahead, Sam, and welcome.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, Intrepid is a data center provider in Pennsylvania. We focus on infrastructure and application hosting so we can help our clients grow their technology from the ground to the cloud. And our website is netrepid.com.
Very good. And your guests?
Yeah, this morning we have Steve Shah with us. He's from Citrix, and he's going to talk to us about some really cool technology that's starting to kind of make some noise in the industry.
Very good. Welcome to the program. Tell us a little bit about your company.
Morning, Kevin. So Citrix is, we've been in virtualization, networking, and cloud infrastructure for a large number of years. There's probably about 300,000 customers, around 100 million people using the products. So pretty far out there. I'm sure many of your listeners actually use us quite a bit. In fact, some of you may recognize Citrix from our ads on the radio for GoToMeeting, GoToMyPC, in addition to our enterprise products.
Very interesting. Your first question, Sam.
Yes, Steve, we've talked briefly about kind of this new emerging technology called software-defined networking. It's kind of an ambiguous kind of buzzword that's out there. People who don't know what it is, I thought maybe you could start off by just kind of defining what that is so that kind of average listener knows what we're talking about.
Oh, absolutely. So software-defined networking is a response to sort of the broader trend towards saying we want to virtualize our data centers. And the problem that they're fixing is when you virtualize the data center and you're starting to talk about having your applications be able to sort of float around and be able to move from one data center to another or into the cloud, you need your network to reflect those changes in real time. And until you go and virtualize your network, you're not going to be able to do that. And SDN aims to do that. So it first addresses virtualization of the network, and the second thing it does is it also addresses the automation it's going to take in order to keep up with those changes.
Let me ask you, what is the size range of companies that use a service like yours?
So it's actually a technology, companies,
right.
Products that are using the Citrix component in the network tend to be larger enterprises. So think of the big financials and insurance companies, things like that. A lot of the big .coms also use our products, but we see a lot in healthcare. SDN itself is getting adopted pretty broadly. You're seeing, kind of the two ends of the spectrum, either smaller businesses that are trying to figure out how to do more with less, and then large enterprises that are figuring out how to cope with sort of large-scale virtualization of their data centers.
Very good. Sam?
Yeah, the traditional method, obviously, was that we had 2 or 3 network engineers, and they were the ones that changed all the VLANs and the security and all the control and all that of the networks. And with this technology, you're saying that we're able to deploy this out and roll this out with, once the initial configuration is set, we can actually deploy this in more of an automated fashion and cut down on the amount of overhead it takes to administer and manage the network. Is that accurate?
Yeah, it's when you're trying to automate all this stuff, what you're trying to fundamentally do is get humans out of the loop of having to sit there, rack and stack equipment, plug all this stuff in, and manually configure it. And so being able to go and automate that becomes a key facet to being able to address, what is the challenge we all face. How do we go and do more with less? And more critically, the rate of change is coming at us so fast that if we can't go and take this stuff and turn it into software that we can run over and over again, we're just not going to be able to keep up. So this is something that faces all companies, regardless of size. Just in terms of first adopters, we're seeing it more on the high end, as well as, like I said, the smaller businesses that are really tight on being able to get resources to a new problem.
Very fast segment because it was a great topic. Sam Coyl is president of Intrepid. That's NETREPID.com. Steve Shah is senior director of product management at Citrix, CITRIX.com. Why don't you go ahead and wrap it up for us, Sam?
And so maybe you just give us real briefly kind of one or two things that companies may need to be aware of as they're investigating this technology.
Yeah, so absolutely what Sam just said. This is an investment in not only a technology, but it's an investment in culture. If you make this transformation, you're going to be able to see a lot of rewards that are coming down for multiple years from now.
Yeah, very good. I think it's fascinating what you do, and just another cool story you bring to our attention, Sam. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's great, and I want to encourage everyone again to check out both of their websites and learn more about the work Sam is doing at Netrepid, Netrepid.com, and then Steve Shah, Senior Director over there at Product Management at Citrix. That's Citrix.com. And when we come back, much more for you, gentlemen. And much more for our audience, rather. And I do want to remind you, our best content here, including this interview, will show up over there at usdailyreview.com, the national news website. While there, make sure you like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter. Stay tuned for more right after this.